This is such a nice conversation that got cut off. Gogo, I'm just waiting for more people to come because right now it's just you and me. Okay, perfect. More people are joining. Hi guys, welcome back to Togoza Gogo discussions. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna call that witchcraft because the screen froze and the video disappeared. I didn't even save it, so I can't even go back and put it on the profile so you guys can see it. It's gone. That wonderful conversation that Gogo and I had is gone. But I don't know. I guess I'll just say the way it was supposed to work out. I don't know.
Okay, Mina, I'm an old mutual. I wouldn't even know what it is that you're supposed to do.
I was supposed to
I was
save it,
born
Gogo.
before technology.
I was gonna save it, Gogo, and then put it on my feed so that people can go back and watch it later if they didn't get the opportunity to watch it. So now it froze and it disappeared.
Shame askis.
But hello everyone. I'm so sorry for us getting randomly cut off. We were still answering a question from Phoenix who asked about receiving messages about her partner, even though they're not married and she doesn't have a spiritual gift. She's asking if that's possible. And I guess what does that mean? She's receiving messages from his ancestors.
So she wants to know if that is normal.
Yes, and I guess she's wondering does that mean she has a spiritual gift because she doesn't understand why she would be the one receiving the messages from his ancestors.
Remember, spirit is spirit. Spirit does not define, I'll only go to my child. Then if that's the case, then it means that as Izangoma, we should be non-existent. Or as people that are spiritually gifted, we should be non-existent because it means so spirit must be able to communicate with you if you are a person who is going to be transporting information from one person to another. Spirit will speak to you about anybody at any given time that they want to speak to you about. So it is normal. She must just go and toss her shame.
I hope you heard that, Phoenix. You must just go and toss her. Leo's actually laughing because he says, I'm saying, why did the video disappear? He says some things are meant to be kept a secret. So the things we're talking about were not meant to be saved.
Yeah, that's so true. Hey?
Yeah. Okay,
that's
Gogo,
so
I think
true.
we can go back to the Mundau spirits. You were still going to start explaining those. I think a lot of people have a lot of questions about that.
Okay. So now we the understanding, even when you look at literature, it's a foreign dlozi. Foreign to you as the person of Twasundao. Now the question would be, how is it foreign to me? Why foreign? It's meant it's foreign to you because sometimes it's not idlozi that is attached to you or like through a bloodline yako.
Okay.
One, we've got idlozi lomdawo okuthiwa umfuko. Umufukwa is idlozi eli into actually umfukwa. There's umfukwa who's directly related to you, as in umfukwa or right. Lo mfukwa or right or directly related to you. I usually give sort of examples. Ne? Imagine your grandmother. Or great grandmother was supposed to be married by my grandfather. My grandfather comes to your grandmother's family and says, I'm coming to ask for your child's hand in marriage. Now, we are very poor. You know, asinani. Or maybe umkuluami, you know, but he loves this woman. If family yagini, it's no, you are this, you are from a poor family. You know those years. You are from a poor family. Aguna inkomo, aguna mfuyo gini, au puma usi wasep kosini, the Romeo and Juliet type of scenario.
Yes.
Then my grandfather dies. Engazange atande omunye umuntu. Ufa ayimposo. That's what Zulu says. Ufa ayimposo. Lomkhulu lo uzobuya many years down the line as idlozi lomfukwa. Lifike phakathi kwifamily yakho wena muntu bekafuna ukumshada. Liye ku downline. Lifike lithi ngisafuna umfazi wami kuleli khaya.
Wow.
Umntana aqale agule wena lo lelidlozi likungenile ngithi uqale ugule. Ulahlekelwe umsebenzi, imali lahleke, like ube namashwa amaningi because lomkhulu is trying to prove a point. For guys, ke batla mosadi waka. That's the reason why masishadisa masithwasisa sizokufaka a little ring that goes with indandas. With the dowry shell that would go here. That ring is the ring ekushadisa nedlozi. Ukuthi idlozi leli linamathele kuyo. Mara makulungiselwe lo mfukwa lo mkhulu lo owumfukwa. Umkhulu lo is going to come back and do like a spouse would do to his wife. Uzothola indlu, uthole imisebenzi, uthole imali, uthole in. The only difficult part becomes when Ogobela is unable to get umkhulu to understand gore phela uKhumi is still a girl. She will meet Thomas ufuna ukumshada. Umkhulu, you need to allow that. So abogobela abaningi, we are able to do that link. Then umntana abantu ahlale engenandoda because umkhulu akafuni. So lo yamkhulu will come back in the downline le kude afuna umfazi wakhe, and that's how we get to twasa idlozi lomndawo eli foreign elomfuko.
Okay.
Yes. Bese kuba nomfukwa omubi lo asutwasi siyawulahla.
Okay.
Kube nedlozi elizothi, and another example, umkhulu wakho wamosha in a particular family or watshontsha wenza izinto ezimbi, bamshaya ngemuthi. Angithi those years bekune sanusi sekhaya or sasebukhosini, bamshaya ngomuthi or bamthakathe or bamthini. Magabuya ubuya vengeful kule family emshayile yakini emshaye ngemithi. Or kube umkhulu owaye akirwa khupula in the olden days bekunabo bus boy, kunomkhulu osebenza ejardini kamkhulu wakho remasimini. Alahleke mara soloko agcinwe aye ekhaya kini eyosebenza emasimini wakini, alahleke lo mkhulu angasatholwa. Makabuya and ubuya because ifamily yakho ibingamnakekeli, ehleli emasimini wakini, elima izinto zakini, yenza intuthuko yakini. Azange bamnake, alahlekelele ehlathini afe. Uzobuya years to come as idlozi elomfukwa omubi, abuya vengeful, angry, ebulala phakathi kwaleli khaya. Uzofika abulale kuphele umuzi or abantu bagulela ukufa. Now lo mfukwa lo siyamgeza simlahle. Ukuthi makabuyela ku family yakhe abuyele kuumuntu right, size simupha nemali, simuphe namabhitsi neindwango, sithi hamba uye emndenini wakho uyofuna umuntu ozokuthwasa khona.
Okay.
La kulo mntana lo wakaHamesi asikufuni because you don't belong here. Uza ngokufa phakathi kwalo muzi siyamhlabela simthini simgeze. Manje mawuyothwasiswa idlozi elinjalo uthwasisa some sort of idlozi elingadingi kuba la ekhaya and ulinika igazi uyaliphuzisa because masidla into songithi siphuza igazi ulinika igazi ulinika igunya lokuthi licontrol phakathi kwaleli khaya and liza ngobubi.
Okay.
Liyalahlwa. Bese kuba nedlozi ekuthiwa umjiwa. Umjiwa idlozi lomndawo eladlelwa izinto zawo ngesihluku. I usually refer to it biblically. David killed to take somebody's wife. The person that he killed comes to our offspring, David. And the situation says, now, when we take it from a Madlozi point of view, ekhaya kwakusebukhosini, ne? Umkhulu wami abe nejealousy yokuthi laphayana kwasithole kuneyinkomo eziningi ukudlula ezami mina la ngiyinkosi. Ayothatha inkomo zakwasithole ngendluzula ngenkani azilethe la ekhaya. Umkhulu walaphana kaSithole abe nenhliziyo ebuhlungu aze afe, you know, bathi bakhulu bakhale nebarata their imfuyo nebebethanda and ukumthathela or afelwe inkomo bekuyinto ebuhlungu.
Yeah.
Afelo yamkhulu afe ngenhliziyo ebuhlungu ukuthi uthathelwe inkomo zakhe ngesihluku.
Yeah.
Makabuya ubuya ani awumjiwa wadlelwa la kuleli khaya. Wadlelwa imfuyo yakhe wamoshelwa. So afike amoshe anything that is has financial benefit. The business baba sebetsa bafelwe ke imisebenzi asinye lo mjiwa. Naye umjiwa siyamlahla. Sithenga imbuzi or imvu sicabe ngemithi yemjiwa sibophele ngemali la entanyeni, we leave it to go astray ehlathini. Lo mntana lona omnemjiwa siyamgeza ngemithi yemjiwa simcabe sifake istopa. Lo mntana lona angabheke emuva le mbuzi izogijima whoever uzoyidopa ehlathini uzozibona. Mara wena ungadopa imbuzi ebophelelwe ngemali la entanyeni angeke uyidopa, like mawuphile kahle angeke uyidopa. Ngaleso sikhathi uzobudopa lo mjiwa olahliwe. The very same way masilahla isipoho masiteda kufemba umuntu. Angithi isipoho sizolahla le mali esisiphe yona. Wena uyahamba uyodopa i5 binikwe isipoho besifemba ebesifenjiwe. It's the same kind of thing. So umjiwa uyalahlwa.
Okay.
Ngesilwane sakhona lesi esadliwa kwifamily yakho. Bese kuba nedlozi elombangwa. Umndawo as well. Umbangwa usually umbangwa uba naleya nto leyana ukuthi umkhulu wakho wena abafazi abayi5 indlu encane indlu enkulu, you know, and then who is the next reigning king is usibanibani. Abantwana ba the second house or the last house babulale loyana because loyana abafuna ukuthatha isihlalo or abaleke ayofa wherever because aboza kwabo bebafuna ukumbulala bembulalela isihlalo lesi sasebukhosini.
Yes.
Makabuya uzobuya aye to the family at the small house le befuna ukumbulala. I usually make an example ya Mupheme. Those who know the stories of Mupheme, where Batetang and that other old man bebachonche inkomo zika Mupheme and whatever, and he would come back at night as was tata, and then the Sesotho slogan says Mupheme ya hlatisitswe tsa hae ka sehloho akaboya akafela khona. So he came back to take his into zakhe. You understand? So umbangwa uzobanga izinto ekuyezakhe phakathi kwaleli khaya ezathathwa ngendlela engaseyiyona.
Okay.
So usually umbangwa would be either directly in the family or a scenario that I always make and say ubaba wakho ubambe uThomas etshontsha ekhaya kini. Makambambe etshontsha athi angeke ngikubulale or ngiyokufaka emaphoyiseni. You're gonna work for me for 5 years. After 5 years, I'll give you 5 cows.
Okay.
Thomas asebenza. After 5 cows, 5 years, makazifuna inkomo zakho babakho ale. Athi text are you not getting these things? Ahamba Thomas. Mawuthetha kuhamba Thomas afe. Because you can imagine you wasted 5 years endlini yomuntu. The reward that you were promised. They're gonna die, and then later on abuye seku umbangwa uyabanga, like uyabanga.
Okay, Gogo got interrupted there. I think she's getting a call, but she'll be back.
So maga khala. Hello?
Yes, we're back, Gogo.
So maga khala Thomas uzokhala ebuya ukuthi hayi guys mina ngadlelwa la ekhaya. So kubuya kuyidlozi lombangwa. That's why uzothola ukuthi kaningi mawuhlolela umuntu uthela amathambo uthi uthola ukuthi man kunombango okhona phakathi kwale family or phakathi kwakho gogo kunombango, but sisuke singazi ukuthi umbango wani.
Yes.
So umele ukuthi ube nomhlahlo ema uyisangoma ukhona ukushaya umhlahlo kahle to know ukuthi lo mntana mawuthi umbango wani ubambile ukuthi umbango because akayenzelwanga imbeleko, akazange ayenzelwe intambo encinci or intambo enkulu umntana wentombazana, akadlange you know all the rituals, or umbango wedlozi because kwakunama issues afana nalawo. And then kube nedlozi lomtshopi. Umtshopi is actually a clan that's directly linked, that directly lives in Maputo, called Machopi. So Machopi are also Amandao. To me, they give me directions. When I'm lost coming to you, I tap into Mchopi and I will get to your place, Gahlench. You know, so they show me places and things. Kube nedlozi lomtshopi. Umtshopi uyaparulwa kunesirophe sakhona. Uyenzelwa iritual yakhona. If you know how the Maasai people would be doing a fire ritual in the field with the chickens rolling on a stick, like the chicken would be going around the fire like that. Amachopi, their ritual mawuketa kuparula umntana. It actually is done in that particular way. The chicken would be on the fire, and then you eat the chicken off the fire with your bare hands, but not putting the bones in your mouth. That's the ritual yakhona. But they will show you beats, or we want these kinds of beats, and they work with bells, like you know how those bells that we put on the cows here. Yeah. So mabalungiselela, you need bells, you need ikika leyo kaimithi le msindo, nemithi yakhona again. So those are amachopi. Now these are all forms of umdawu that are associated to inzunze nenkonjane. Then there could be umdawu wasekhaya or a water spirit sasekhaya kini ugogo wakho kwakuumuntu wemanzi, or washonele emanzini wahamba namanzi like my mom, ahambe namanzi and never come back. Kunomdawu onjalo because we have the assumption that umdawu is a water spirit. So kunama water spirits that are directly linked to your family, like my grandmother, who is my mundawu. Remember, I have inzunza, I have inkonjana, I have muchopi, and ngiyakwazi ukulungiselela laba abanye emidliwa nemibangwa nan. Unkhonwaka, who's my heteyo, which is my mundawu name. Bekakhona ukukhuluma nomfula. Umama used to say, "Nankhonwaka nare when the river has swallowed people, Kobutswana, she's a princess of a clan ya Kobutswana yabangwaketi. She would come and speak to the river and spit in the water, and the river would open, or it would get those people out. Maudlunywe yinyoka bekakhona ukufika athi tama utlafola and ufole ulumilwe ke. That's why I have a tattoo on my leg that's written Mpande. It's in a form of a snake. That's her resemblance. Okay, you understand? So yeah, so amandawu, that's how mina amadlozi wam have taught me the difference, and they've given me imithi yakhona ukuthi what muthi do I use where, how do I do the rituals, and maybe for me it's an advantage ukuthi I've got live madlozis. We sit mina and we have conversations like this, but I figure life, not in a dream. Futhi mina angisumuntu ophuphayo. Mina I see things live, I talk to them live, your people, if you come here and you want a reading, I'm not gonna do the reading kele Mapuleng. I get into some sort of a trance. Your grandmother comes and speaks to you. Your friend who died in a car accident comes and speaks to you. Your child who passed on, miscarriage or abortion, comes and speaks to you, not me. When I wake up out of that trance, I don't know what happened. So I allow my clients to record, because then I wasn't present. You were speaking to these people yourself. So Mina, that's my disadvantage.
Can you teach someone to do that, or is that something you inherit with whatever ancestors you have?
Mina, I can't teach you to do it, but when I realize that you have it, I can open that path even further.
Okay.
But you can because it's a spiritual gift that you were born with. In network instead of getting 4G when now you are on 1G. So enhancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So that's the Mandau doses for you.
Okay.
I don't know if there are any questions with Mandau any further than this. People maybe want to know what the apparels are, what they wear, you know.
I actually want to know how do you know what you have? So if I'm an ordinary person and I think maybe I have it, when I come to you, are you going to be able to say, this person, you have this kind of Mandau spirit? Or is it something that as Utwasa, as you're going through the process, then it comes up? Or can you tell when someone comes?
Unfortunately for me, which is for my sins probably, because I'm talking to your people, they would be telling me, oh, unomjiwa, because umkhulu wakhe uSimon in 1825 wayenza so no Shaka Zulu kwasha kwatima kuphi kuphi eNatala. Then I am able to know, oh okay, lona kunombangwa la, ngiyaqala ngiyolungisa umbangwa ngususe, oh lona kunomtshopi, lona kuna ini. You understand? So mina, I am told by my guides what the person has. Mara, it's also very simple. When you throw the bones, you are able to see standard. And also you are able to see the symptoms on the person's body. And also maupula izinto ezenzakalayo in terms of life yomuntu. What is it that is presented in front of you? You are able to verify what madlozi are telling you, to the symptoms, to what the bones are saying, and to the life problems that the person is going through.
And then, Gogo, for example, if ever now, let's say I do have those water spirits, right? When people start talking about, like your mom spent 3 months under the water or whatever, I always get this question, and someone asked me, what does that mean? How does someone end up under the water? What are they doing there? And how are they able to live? So now, please explain to me, is it a literal thing like or is it a figure of speech?
Like literal as in literal, you get into the water. For my sons, again, in 2018, I've got a child of mine, it was 2018, she's got all sorts and kinds of madlozi. Like I've never seen madlozi like that ever in my life. So she became blind.
Okay.
When she became blind, Barry, we will only open her eyes if you take her to Venda. She's a Venda descendant. But if you take her to Venda, go Vondwe, Likokai, and take her to the river, your mother. Where your mother went. Yeah. Barry, if you take her there, uyokwenza sona bese uyamthatha umise livubye, mara livubye on the site yakamo Venda, not site yakamo Kiani. My mom was in the Kiani side.
Okay.
So, and then mele kuthangene ayolanda isikhwama sakhe, mara uzongena naye bazala. And I was like, now this is a trick. To me, it was like, these people are tricking me. They want me to go through what my mother went through. I'm not going to do this. But this child will not see. Like literally,
oh my God.
Okay, the family came, we pashat, I bought a goat, but now they're telling me what to do. We bought a goat, we went to this place. Masfiga, ngaya kubabu chauke lo. Bangit ubabu chauke, eventually we wang twasisa ispilongo because I had to, after get twasisa ko bawa swinging up. Nihambe ngiyo twasa ispilongo futhi because now I have to take his kwama siga mamam because umama akase.
Yeah.
I ke ni sihambe siye kubabu chauke. Twasani baba. Hey, now umntanu uyangixaka mina, I don't know. Baba, Mapuleng, nah, Baba died now at.
Okay, we have a network problem, but we'll be back. Perfect. The last words we heard were Baba died.
Yeah, Baba died at the age of 96. So this was in 2018. So Baba was 94. Baba, I'm sorry, I can't get into the water, my child. You'll just have to do it. Bazala. Then we went with 3 goats, a white one, a black one, and a red one. And last 7 corner, we are here, like maybe like 2, not even a quarter of a meter. I don't know these metering things. But not far from, like at arm's length, it's crocodiles. Then we we slaughtered the black goat. Because now I need to think throw the black goat. Now these crocodiles are enjoying the black goat. Black goat. Using the red goat now. Ngiyashweleza manje ngiyakhunga. Ngifaka nemali emhlophe nemali yamaphepha. This red goat ngiyacela. While they were busy, these crocodiles now with the red goat, Sangena literally walked on the water, went inside. She did, some of them, Abantu Baguba wanted her to stay, some I had to plead, some of them wanted to come back. She came back, Nesquamasake, Sapuma, Sabuya, Sashabim Buzem Shope. We came out, but it was like probably maybe about 45 minutes. But it's land, it's like land. And I never used to believe my mom because my mom came to us, when she came back, she said, Kilifati, like, it's just that like we don't live like you guys with cars and whatever. They were eating beans, they were eating mealies, they were eating peas and those kinds of things. But she was there with all her siblings. 9. And they started dying because she was number 7. Dying. When they got to her, they said to her, we're not going to kill you, we're going to jump you and go to the others. Only one until uhamba uyotwasa. Wahamba ge wayotwasa lethu ya survive. Lethu ishona manje sesitwasile nathi. I mean, oyiwan umalume wami, the younger sister is still alive. Mar umama was saying, kilipati, normal lipati.
You walked on water. And then you went in.
Walking like what? Bazala, it's when you walk into a swimming pool like in these stairs.
Yes.
And then you chopela, you get inside under the swimming pool and you do whatever you are doing and then you come back. It was Mina, I put it like that. And for some reason, Ubasel dozil. So for you to be able to even know what happened, it's very, very slim to know.
Yeah.
But you can come here and meet the child that I took there.
Velo manzini.
Yes. We did that and we came out. A petties in Mfuna zona, and then Raya go. Because her family is a bloodline Mukwebo. You know, Raya go Vondwe, Raya go Chendule. Remember in Chendule, it's where the white lion stays. The Kosin Bakona.
Yeah.
They directed us there. We went. We did all the beautiful rituals. That's the advantage of having a 6G or live visions of Madlos. Because they show you directions, and I've got a muchopi. They show you directions and you go there and you do what you need to do and you come back.
Oh my word. Yeah,
so
because people need to understand. when you do certain things, then you're in a trance. So you can't really explain it when you wake up, because it's literally like you wake up. Yeah.
Yes, because I never used to believe my mom. I used to say, mama, it's impossible. But until I did it and I came back normal, and Baba and the people that were there said, this is what was happening. And the crocodiles, apparently the crocodiles were sitting there and minding their own business, eating the goat that we gave them. Until we came out. When we came out, we slaughtered the other goat, because now I'm coming to life.
Mm-hmm.
And now what happened? We are wet and everything. But this child is in deep, deep, deep trance. By the time I slaughtered the white goat and everything, she was still not back. And they were telling her what needs to happen, how, where, until we did the whole thing.
So was there also a debate with her about staying or going?
Yeah, it was a huge debate. At some stage, she was sent for me to take her to the Vaal River. Because remember, at the Vaal is where the Vaal and the Orange River meet.
Okay.
They said I must take her there. And then, somewhere, kahana, never. What am I going to say to this child's family? I'm going to say and she was saying, Baba, I see these steps, like I need to go down the stairs. I want these steps in the river. Where have you ever seen staircases in water? There's no such a thing, So like that's how it is. You don't know it. It's supernatural things, or it's things that are done by spirit. That's all it is. That's all we can say.
Because she saw stairs and you didn't, so you were like, "What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, child? Are Baba, please. They say I must go down those stairs. Are you not going there? But you are going to take her out. I'm not gonna do that. Kill me if you want."
And it's hard, because what are you going to say to her family then? And if she comes back after 2 years or a year, what do you say then?
So
is it possible that when you go to the river, right? Let's say it's me. I go to the river on my own. I don't know what I have on me. Is it possible for them to take me and I never come back?
I would say it is possible, but because I haven't experienced it, I don't know the level of possibility there is to it. But with what I have seen so far in my 47 years with my mom and with myself, I would say it's possible. And we've heard stories of people going away with the river for years and years and years. So I would guess it's possible.
Because I have a fear, Nkulu, of going to the water by myself. I genuinely have this thing in my mind that if I go to the river by myself, there's a possibility that I'm not going to come back. So I refuse to go alone.
That's the thing. If you have amadlozi that puts you in a deep trance, deep trance, chances are that they would pull you. You are in a trance and say, "Come to us," and then and you would not be conscious. You understand? That's why Nami, like Chartina, I always advise them to go to the river in groups. No person goes alone, because at least your omunya will be woke at that time, and they will be able to help the other.
And I also have this thing in my mind that I must go with someone that knows how to talk to the person of the river, the owner of the river, just to negotiate.
Exactly. and you know, if you go to the river and you don't know, and you don't know how to kunga those, especially amadlozi lag. There are manguni, like we have amadlozi manguni. There are manguni that actually died in the river, and now they are water spirits. And amanguni those people used spears and shields. They used to fight. You understand? Now ufele manzini lo muntu. Afike laphayana akuthathe uzothini.
Yeah.
At that time now, it's got nothing to do with the mundau. It's just these water spirits that are your great grandfathers Begalwa Nabo Shagazulu, Wabalega, trying to run to Botswana or to Zimbabwe, wawele manzini bamshaya ngenhlamvu or bamshaya ngomkhonto, died in the river, and their spirit was never fetched. It's there. Yes, so you need to be very, very careful because there are all types of spirits in the water.
So I always ask Mkulu, if I have a feeling, I have a calling, like I think I do. I dream of certain things, I see certain things. What should be the first step that I take as an ordinary person?
As an ordinary person, my advice usually is Samo Pasha. Yamano Kabela used to say, Pasha Gogo. Pasha Gogo. Go and Pasha. Go and ask them, Ukuthi nifuna ini, kanjani. What is it that you want us to do for you? Want me to do for you? Until they are able to talk. But it also does not kill ukpuma, uye esangomeni, uyo cheka. Get a first opinion, get a second opinion, but importantly is to ask abantu bagini. Different places where they reside. They reside on the mountain, they reside in the field, they reside in Mapuleng, they reside in the backyard, ekandelweni lasekhaya. That's why ngesizulu abana mazulu kwarata because banento kuthiwa umsamo. And it's very, very rare you find ikhaya la lomntana ozalwe kwaZulu lingena msamo. Hambe uyobuza msamo. Hambe uyobuza msamo. Hambe entabeni uyokhuleka ubuze. Because uxoxa monna. Because mina manje ngifuna amathwasa. Because ngithwase last week sengiphumile ngifuna ukuthi kube nabantu lapha na kwami. Bese ngiyeza ngizothi hayi kunedlozi umkhulu wakho whereas ngaleso sikhathi awunadlozi lo mnguni nomndawo elifuna ukuthi uthwase umkhulu lo okungenile bekuyigedla ufuna ukuthi ufunde imithi. You understand? So akuthathe lo muntu ayokwenzela into wrong ubuye bese uthi izangoma ziyenzana abantu izinto ezi wrong izangoma ziso because you did not ask ekhaya. Your people will never lie to you, but I will lie to you. Your people
I actually want to follow that up. Yeah, I want to follow that up. After I just read this question, I want you to explain what happens then if I come from a family where I don't know my paternal side, but now I've got these things that are bothering me. But when you say Pasha, who do I Pasha to if I'm not even sure who my father is and who his family is? How would I handle that? If we can address that. But I have a question here that says, if you have a vision for 5 years, but no one can interpret it, how do you know where to go? I.e., it's you healing someone from a deathbed through prayer. How do you know what must happen, if anything must happen? And I think they continued by saying, if you see that vision, how do you know whether it's like you're healing through a church or traditional healer, and what must you do?
Ebunyangeni, say maybe this person who's seeing this vision, say it's a holy fire ghost, it's a born again person. Who is open to going to a prophet. Kumprofita who's gonna do a connection to connect you with the person who's dead. If you were healing a person who is dying or a person who's on the deathbed, to be able to join with that spirit, to be able to know, okay, fine, this spirit is saying A, B, C, and D. But sometimes it's not the person that you were healing. It's Idlozi, a spirit, a spiritual person that you are supposed to heal from the dead so that they can become alive in you. So you need a person who's going to be able to listen to the dream and connect nabantu bagini, because you will not just dream without having spirits that are telling you or giving you this dream. You understand? So sometimes it's an awakening of spirit from the dead for the spirit to come and work. Sometimes it is that there's going to be a person that you need to heal. And when ulibela uhleli lana ufuna ukuyothwasa, lo muntu uzoze afe masekafile igazi lakhe lisezandleni zakho. So it depends what angle the dream had, how you look at it, and what was happening in the dream. But I would suggest that the person wabona ko postola liko ZCC, we would say rapella metsi a noka, either nokeng o tsie metsi a sediba or metsi a moela or metsi a sephiri, o tshele letswai 3 granules of crop salt and drink this water, pray over this water, drink this water for 3 days. You'll start having your visions, because Amadlozi speak in parables. You start hearing them properly and being able to dissect what they are trying to say by yourself without having to come to me. I always say, going to Isangoma non-profita must be like, really, Uguti, I tried. Yeah. It's not working. What people do, people run to us. We are born a little basili paliwe Midlands. Mariabuzo kutili palwe ni little basili api. People are lazy to phahla amadlozi wabo and ukusebenzela idlozi. Everybody has to work. Berekela linyo lo ila gago. Yeah. So that le khona go berekela le go bontshe le go tsibise ditaba tse tshwantse mo di etse by yourself, not through Mapuleng.
Yes, Mkhulu. That's very true.
Because mina ukuqala angisidlozi mina ngiumapuleng. You understand? Angisidlozi. For me to help you, mele ukuthi ngiyoqala ngivusa abasekhaya. Ngithi okay, wozani na umntana kaHamesi la ufuna usizo. Personally, I don't know how to do anything. I'm just a child. Yeah. I'm a messenger, basically. Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking, Mkhulu, about not knowing your paternal side and having that issue of needing uguphahla. I have a lot of people that have been asking me, okay, because I say that to people when they ask me questions, I say, I don't know, phahla. Your people will come to you and give you answers. And then I had like 3 people say, I don't know who my people are. Now what? And I'm like, yay, this one needs a higher grade answer.
Okay, Mina, for my son's care, when a person comes, I mean, your spirit or your people run in your blood. Abantu bakabo babako, base kazini lakho, and when uzene kazi lakho la indumbeni yami. So, because you are there live and present, I would be able to connect with your people. That would be able to lead us. I would give you an example, and I hope this child of mine is not going to kill me, but I will not mention his name. Yeah. He came to me. He's a medical doctor. He's a CEO of a hospital, a very, very prominent hospital. He comes and uzopula. Lona ubabake is Turkish. He's a white man. And they give me direction. They say, his father is at a place, and his father is going to die in a week. If he doesn't go and find his father, he's never ever going to find him, because this person is a Turkish man. This direction. He was going to Pretoria. He turned. He didn't go to what he was going to do in Pretoria. He went to exactly where I told him. When he got there, and your father is sitting in a back room at this house because he's about to die. When he got there, he found this man. When he knocked at the door. The person that opened the door for him looked exactly like him. So that's his brother. And he said, I'm coming here to look. They gave me the name. I'm coming here to look. I'm looking for Suban. But who are you? No, I'm his child. But no, he doesn't have a child because this old man is very, very rich. We don't have a brother like you. Happy they're looking at the fact that he's like black, So this old white man had a baby with a black woman. Yeah. So Abamtate Rumini at the back. I can send you personally pictures of him and his father. Identical. He got there, he found his father, told his father, Mina, I'm so and so and so and so son. Yes, I've been waiting for you because my people came to me and told me that you are going to come and look for me. And at this time, this boy is like Boma 26, 27, or maybe even younger than that. And then they bonded nicely. And he came to tell me, took pictures and sent me and everything. 2 days later, his father died. Now, because Makula, he was buried the following day and the family didn't tell him. Now, this guy came as Otwasa by me a year later. Now, he doesn't know where the father was buried. When he comes, ilanga sizom kacheka ngalo, marafika meeting aqala ngakacheka. Athi kimi lo baba wakhe. Remember, the father's blood is in him. Yes. The father comes to me and says, do you know Midrand? Yes, I'm in Midrand. There is a big church a white one. That's my building. That's where my grave is. Take my child there before you do this thing. We got into the car, we drove there. Masfika La Pena. It's the only grave that is in that whole place. Yeah, this old man's grave. We went there. That's how we found him. And this child is forever grateful to me with the fact that he could see his father before he died. But usually, if it was, because sometimes it was maybe because there's something that you've done wrong, or there's something that they're protecting you from. I would take a person to an old tree that was struck by lightning. There's a ritual that I do there. You are bound to start dreaming of people, or uzotuse texini, ukhuluma nosibani bane phone, or nesibongo fanana nasakabo babo wakho nangu antu akuhlele next door. These miracles happen. I see them all the time. But it just depends. I cannot even describe how it can be done, but you will find your father. They will tell us of a ritual that you need to do, how you must do it. Miraculously, your father will turn up. Okay. If we are lucky, we will be like this child of mine where they give us direction. Because sometimes they give me directions and street names and people's names. I can't explain it.
So maybe, Gogo, I need to refer the 3 people that I'm talking about to come and do a consultation with you, because they're struggling to get to the other side, because they're saying, but I don't know who to pass her to. And like I said to them, I also don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. If we are lucky, we could get them a breakthrough. If the Zozi wants them to do certain things for the information to come through, or you would find that their mother has passed on without telling them who the father is. The mother comes through during the reading. The mother comes through and says, I apologize, my child, for not telling you, Mara Papa Hauki Ruben. They can be frank like that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Mina, I will not even say I can promise you guarantee, because I need to those. That day, or lifuni mkomboti, and now Ramaphosa uvalulu tshwala lifuni jini angna jini. I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, cool.
But it's just how it is.
Yeah.
But what I know is that spirit speaks. Spirit has conversations. Spirits have agreements.
Actually, we have a question that says, and I say no to this question. I don't know. Maybe Mkulu can help me. As far as I know, this is not possible. Can you inherit idlozi from your spouse's family, maybe based on surname via marriage? As far as I know, idlozi comes from your bloodline. So your husband's family isn't your bloodline. But let me allow Mkulu to help.
Idlozi is idlozi. Yabona effect yokuthi we are unable to define idlozi and itongo. It makes it difficult.
Yes.
Now, just the basic language, I'll speak it in the basic language, which is, see, we know it as idlozi. Spirit is spirit. It will go to whoever it wants to go to. Okay. And I think I've answered this before to say, when you come into my ndumba, how am I possible to see your things if your idlozi cannot come and speak through me?
Yes.
There are children that are born in our old relationships. Ngibengithandana no Thomas, ngashatwa uSibanibani uMichael. Abakabo Michael bangihlabele imbuzi, bangithele ngenyongo yakhona, bangibike esibayeni sakhona. Bashade abantwana bami ngeinkomo, babahlabele imbuzi, baba introduce kumadlozi wasekhaya la kabo Michael.
Yes.
Why was that ritual done? If umkhulu ka Michael now, generations to come, cannot come as lela dlozi lomndawo.
Okay.
Kulo mntana wami. You understand? Akusu mntana wakhe, akusu mntana ka Michael, yilo mntana loyana ngangwaka Thomas. Mara lomkhulu because uya wabamukela labantwana wabathelwa ngenyongo. Babikwa esibayeni sakhe, bahlatshelwa, banikezwa amagama, wakabo akere ka Sesotho na le ntwe la gore re gapa le namane.
Yes.
Now how we gapile le namane, chances with the definitions ala madlozi womndawo ukuthi lo mkhulu maseka shonile will come 3-4 generations down and say umntana mntanami lo. It's because we are wathelwa ngenyongo yalaphayana. Let's not make things difficult.
Okay.
Let's not make things difficult. Indaba ukuthi nomakoti kuyakhonakala ukuthi umakoti. Yezwa, umakoti in this family. Bakwenzela ama rituals are correct. Idlozi lala likuthande unamadlozi anyithuthwasile. Umakoti likuthande lizokhuluma imilayezo yaleli khaya through you.
Okay.
Yes, they may not want you ukuthi ubathwase, mara bazokhuluma through wena.
Okay.
Mina amadlozi asekhaya can come through my children laba bedlozi and say hambe not through a dream. Umntana avukelwe idlozi mina ngilele la ekamereni. Basuke from downstairs baze thokoza baba umkhulu sibanibani uvukile kusibanibani uthi makwenziwe so mara akudlozi ngalo yamntana.
Okay, got it.
Amadlozi choose who they want to speak to at any given time. That's why I was saying ukuthi mina I can come to your ndumba now. Ngifike ngibhule kahle ngamathamba wakho. Or ngibhulele ama client usalumangele and ngikhuluma nomkhulu wakho ekhuluma through me ekubhulela abantu. It's just that's a gift.
So Mkhulu, what you're saying is I can't twasa another person's ancestors, but they can come through me and deliver messages.
Exactly. They can come through you and deliver messages and come through you and work through you. Remember, I said when we spoke about Amandao, I said loya mkhulu wayefuna ukushada ugogo wakho. Manje loya mkhulu akusi family yakho, mara umthwasile.
Yeah.
Umthwasile esumndawo. Kimufuko akere umthwasithe uye wafakwa nendandase between the two of you. Akwenzele everything mara se family how.
Yes. That's
yes,
true.
it is possible. But commonly is that you will deliver messages from somebody else's dlozi through you when it is not your dlozi, and even direct messages. Motwateng, especially in my person, omunye umntana athi, why if at all umkhulu wami, why engezi kimi eza kuwe? Hey bazala, mina ngazi umkhulu wakho decided to come to me, why engazanga kuwe mbuze wena? Understand?
That's true. Yeah.
Because umkhulu wakho chose to come and speak to me and decided not to go speak to you. So there's something wrong with Yanza. Or right mina ngiyimi or wrong. That's why zonke lezi ipoko ziza kimi sizokhuluma nawe. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I see it. Okay, so another question here is, and with you, Mkhulu, you and your siblings have the calling, right? So someone asked, is it possible to pass it on to someone else in your family? And then with you, how did all of you then, how were you able to all have the gift?
I don't think you can pass it on. When it's your gift, it's your gift. You are basically trying to say you can pass your nose off to someone else. Because every part that's on your face, your nose, your mouth, your eye, and your ear, has got its own function and its own gift. So the nose cannot tell the eye that when you are an eye, you are not better than me. Or I mean, I'm better than you because I'm the nose. So, amadlozi anjalo. Now, every person, Opila Emhlabeni, has got 4 quadrants of their family line. Your mom has got a mom and a dad. Your dad has got a mom and a dad. Mina personally, ngitwase my mom's maternal side. That even has Ubukhosi baseBotswana, Bukhosi baseLesotho. Not the paternal side. But later on, as the gift grew, kwafika the paternal side yakabo mama and demanded certain things. And then my sister, Ongimlamayo, utwase my dad's paternal side. Okay. You understand? So we only got to know when my sister twasad because we grew up knowing gore ko habo papaka Auna madlozi, auna dingaka, because my mom was ngaka and they didn't like her. Khabo papa ka gore uzana le zinto ezirong what runa mo ha Montse hauna dingaka. Only when my sister started to twasa, my grandfather came and said, Runa, ko ha Montse dingaka, they are gang. This is who we are. This is how Haibo. And after my sister twasa, now my uncles and my whoever's other children, Saita Papaka, Banali Matlozi, couldn't wanted to prove a point. You guys have been thinking Arena Matlos. So everybody in the family, because now I'm a family that's vastly rooted kabungaka. I will not lie. Ekaya Gusebkosini, the Bukhosi Bakolisutu, it's directly from my family. You understand? Direct, like as in Magu, Ahona Lady Peach or Zakobureneng. I'm like a literal princess, not like as in Umkuluamba wa sebenza esigodlweni sobukhosi Umkuluwami kwakuyinkosi yase Lesotho, not a village in Lesotho.
Okay.
You understand? So Tina, especially abantwana basebukhosini, uthola ukuthi kwakuney'nyanga eziningi zasebukhosini. So everybody ungenwe usibani bani. Some of them have duplicated themselves. Uthola ukuthi kimi ikehle ku my brother umnguni wakhe mara mina uzele kimi ukuzongifundisa imithi kuphela. But on my brother, he's actually munguni ka my brother.
Okay. Jeez, okay, so that's interesting.
So that's how
the whole family, Lindsay. But I think it's nice when it's passed on from generation to generation, because at least you understand it. Versus if it stops at some point and picks up with you, it becomes more difficult to communicate that to the rest of your family.
Yes, it becomes very difficult. And I always, when I have families like that, I create a support system and counseling sessions, maybe because one has studied psychology. I create counseling sessions. I prepare them for the after Ntwaso, post Ntwaso processes. What's going to happen? What must they expect as a family? You know?
Yeah.
And then, you know what becomes nice is when you tell them something that they know that nobody knows about themselves in the family. That's when they're going to know. Like, Kibite Libisolan Tatemkhulu, who died in 1903 or who was born in 1903. They know for a fact that Nalomtana ozegulo muntu agamazi lomkhulu. Then in that way they tend to believe you know what lomkhulu exists ngempela. Or ngibatshele into yenzakala kuqala ugogo wakho esakhula. So they become more open. I think this goes back to us being able ukushaya umhlehlo kakhulu. Masikhona ukushaya umhlehlo, all right. It's easier for families to actually gravitate towards these processes.
With all your different gifts that you have, so many different gifts. You can do the Mamsebeleti side, you can do the Sangoma side, but you're also a medium. So what advice would you give to someone that feels a little bit lost on their journey of spirituality? Not necessarily that they have a specific calling, but they just want to know more. What would you say is the first thing to do? Because I know someone who's currently gone on their first cleansing ever in life, Mkulu. And when they had to get home and do the candles for 3 days as prescribed by the lady that did their cleansing, the mother was like, what witchcraft is going on in my house? So, you know, when you don't even have that basic support structure at home where you can even go for a basic thing like a cleansing to sort of open yourself up and then be able to do those sort of things, what advice would you give to someone like that knows that, man, but there's something here that I want to explore, but I don't know where to start?
I see there's this saying that if you want to hide something from a black person or from a person in jail, put it in a book. We don't want to read. We don't even want to read the Bible. We don't want to read. You know, Mina always say, before you speak to God, how rapela.
Okay, Gogo, we have 24 seconds left. All right. Let me end this live and start a new one that will just be the end of it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Gogo. Guys, I'm going to start a new live just now. No, please come back.